Thomas Tuchel is pushing for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but all of a sudden agents and intermediaries have offered him to Manchester United. Barcelona are keen to sell, but guess what? Aubameyang don't want to go, so I don't know where we're going to go with this story. Oh, and Pulisic to Manchester United? That's a real thing. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas, you guys, and if you came here for a rant, you came to the right place, because I'm a little bit frustrated about today's video. There's a lot of things that are really pissing me off when it comes around Chelsea right now. So number one, we're actively going and chasing to get Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I'm going to break down this interest that Manchester United all of a sudden want him, and I'm going to diminish all these stories, right? And I'm going to explain why they don't make sense. Number two, Pulisic looks set to be joining Manchester United on. This is a move that a lot of people don't understand. I'm going to explain to you why it makes sense. And all these rumors about Tuchel can't coach an attack. Nonsense. You all watched the game against Spurs, right? That's a good side. We created multiple opportunities. Players that are upset about not being able to get inside, it's not because they're not being used properly, it's because they're not performing. That's your fault. That's not Tuchel's fault. Hudson-Odoi looks set to go on loan. Pulisic is set to go on loan. Ziyech wants to leave the club. Then we got Wesley Fofana finally agreeing a deal. I'm going to tell you how long it is in years, how much money a week he's going to get. Wait till you hear that. It will blow your mind. And finally, Emerson is not going anywhere. Chelsea actually agreed a deal, surprisingly. Chelsea agreed a deal, and something happened which broke the deal down. Ridiculous. Let's get into this. But before we get started, I think it's very important that you guys just do the admin tasks. Look, admin tasks are boring, but you have to do them because it's a nice thing to do and you're all nice people. We are a community here and it supports me and then it encourages me to come back and give you guys free content. I don't charge you a penny for any of this. I don't ask for super chats. I don't ask for super comment. You want to? Do it, be my guest. But I'm not asking. Number one, hit the like button. I need 1,000 likes. Number two, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification. It goes a long way. And finally, if you want to build the community the way I always say we should, in the pinned comment is my Instagram. Go into the Instagram, follow me and hit me up in a DM with any questions regarding football. Any Q&As will be held there. Any additional content that I'm going to be producing will be on that platform. It's the easiest way to get in contact with me, and I'm most probably going to reply. So hit me up and let's build this community the way it's meant to be built. 3 things, not asking for much. Now let's get on with the news. So when it comes to Aubameyang is 33, 32 years old from the top of my head. Aubameyang went to Barcelona after his terrible ending at Arsenal. But I don't understand why it had to end like that. Arteta really made a scapegoat out of him, in my opinion. But he's still a good player. Scored 11 goals in 17 games. He's been performing well in Spain. And he is very loved by Xavi. Apparently Xavi wants to keep him. But Barcelona are in financial trouble. And Barcelona want to actively get him out to be able to create a room to balance their books. They need to still register Jules Koundé. That's how mad it is, right? They bought a player they can't register. Tuchel has been pushing for this player. The player doesn't want to leave. All the reports are saying he doesn't want to leave. And now reports from The Athletic are coming out that he's been offered to Manchester United. Manchester United are eagerly anticipating to get him. This is all surrounded by Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo is in big trouble, my friend, here. Because Ronaldo looks set to leave the club. Ronaldo is going to move on. And they're looking for replacements. Arnautovic didn't cut it because the fan base revolted, which in my opinion is very funny, right? Because if you're bringing in a manager like Ten Hag to do a job, when Ten Hag was at Ajax and he bought Sebastian Haller from West Ham, who flopped there, no one questioned him. Haller went on to score 11 Champions League goals and become a world-class player in that season. Yet, he wants to buy Arnautovic. Manchester United fans kicked up a fuss. Doesn't make sense. You're not letting the people do their jobs. It looks like Aubameyang has choices now. Manchester United or Chelsea. Aubameyang wants 3 to 4 years. I'm begging you, please select Manchester United. I do not want him at the club. And the reason I don't want him is 3 to 4 years. He's going to be 37. He's going to be on crazy wages. And I just don't think it's the right time to fully invest into a player of that age and try to change our system again. It doesn't suit me. I don't think it works. I want to hear you. Now I'm going to give you a quick roundup about Wesley Fofana. And Wesley Fofana is an interesting one. So Julien Laurent of ESPN has fully come out and given the 3 things that make him almost certain that this deal is going to happen. Number 1, Chelsea's intermediary are putting in the work. The intermediaries are actively putting in the work, and the player is giving him all the green light. So Chelsea apparently are going to offer him a 6-year contract worth £200,000 a week, which is crazy money at the age of 22. Wesley Fofana will come across to Chelsea, and he is pushing for this move. And the two main drivers are, number one, he wants to get into the French squad, and number two, he wants to work with Thiago Silva and Tuchel. And this is great news for me. Anyone that wants to come for the manager and play with one of the greatest defenders of all time I'm open-minded to. And anyone that has got aspirations to play for their national team of the magnitude of France, welcome at my club. Because this is just great. This means he's hungry. This means he's going to come in, and money's not going to be the driver. It's other targets within the game. So Julien Laurent thinks he's going to submit a transfer request. Julien Laurent thinks this is going to get done. When Julien Laurent says stuff, 9 out of 10 times it happens. And he's a great journalist, and I love his podcast. Now we're going to rant a little bit, and this is what really frustrates me, okay? Ziyech, Cho, Werner, Lukaku, and Pulisic. None of you have any right to none of you have any right to complain that Tuchel can't coach an attack, because none of you take the opportunity when you're handed it. How many times have they been given opportunities, time after time, time after time, time after time, time after time, to be doing a productive job? Yet they fail, yet they fall flat on their face, yet they don't grab the shirt and don't hold on to it like they don't want to lose it. And now reports are coming out that there's a lot of disruption within the attacking force because they don't think the way Tuchel plays is bringing the best out of their style. Well, let's talk about this, okay? I don't hear Mason Mount complaining. Mason Mount has been consistently in the team, and this team last season had the third best XG, third most goals scored, yet no one's complaining about that. We clearly don't play boring. Like, we clearly have games where we are crap, but most teams have games where they're crap. But consistently, we're actually decent at creating chances. Maybe the frequency isn't as high as some people would want for a team to go and win the league, but we're not one of the worst teams in the league. We're top 4. Like, that's Kai Havertz. In my opinion, a lot of people give Kai Havertz a lot of criticism. They say he doesn't score enough goals. Go and look at how many starts Kai Havertz has had. Go and look at how many minutes Kai Havertz has played. And when you actually extrapolate them, it's not a lot. Stop building narratives. Players that have let us down. Christian Pulisic, number 1. Brother, you can't stay fit. No wonder The Athletic is reporting he's going to potentially leave to go on loan because he wants regular game time. The reason you're not getting regular game time is because you're not fit. Whenever you're fit, it takes you 3 or 4 games to come up to pace. You start playing, you get injured again. You don't take your opportunity. We can't count on that. Hakim Ziyech, big man, you're 29 years old. I'm so sorry, but at 29 years old, you should be starting at a team consistently. Yet, whenever you get your opportunity, you play like you're 21. Inefficient, inexperienced performances, shooting the ball like from any angle or crossing it like there's no tomorrow. And then you have Callum Hudson. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I actually feel sorry for, because he should have been playing in the front 3 consistently. He signed a crazy contract. The club were meant to back him. They did it. Tough. It happens in the world. Sometimes you don't get what you deserve. He's had multiple opportunities at right wing back. He doesn't want to play there. Now you need to force your move out the club. For me, I don't want to see Callum at the club this year. Reason being is Callum needs to go and play regular football. The only way Ziyech, Pulisic and Callum will ever get better and prove that they're good enough for Chelsea is by going away, smashing it to the point where Tuchel has no right to bring him back into the team. And if they don't, so be it. They are sold on. They have a long, illustrious career. Todd Bowley apparently has pleaded with Callum Hudson-Odoi not to leave on a permanent. This is all revolving the fact that they want to send him out on a loan. The players' camp wants a loan, and they're going to get a loan. Where he goes, I don't know. I'll keep you updated. Ziyech, there are no founders. AC Milan don't want him. This is bad. And Pulisic, people are saying, oh my God, he's going to go to Manchester United. Let him go. Let him go. They can have number 1 bum from the Bundesliga in Jadon Sancho on the left-hand side, and they can have another bum on the right-hand side doing nothing. All they're doing is running around. Nothing. Literally, no creativity, no effort. Pulisic pulling his hamstring every 15 seconds. I don't care. Leave. They don't create enough. This team creates more than enough chances. Problem is you don't take your chances when you're giving them. So stop blaming others and stop blaming Tuchel when it's your fault. And this is my opinion. On to additional news. And sometimes they say the son will pay for the sins of the father. I've heard that expression before. I've heard it before. And in this case, we're paying for the sins of the old boy. Because Emerson Palmieri, we had a bid apparently close to being accepted between 13 and 15 million pounds. 15 million pounds was what Chelsea wanted. 13 was what West Ham bid, and the bid was being considered. It wasn't flat out rejected as it was initially reported. But now the deal's officially broken down. The reports are coming out from England that no chance this deal is done. Finito. It's not going to happen. Why? Because Emerson Palmieri gets paid too much money. Last year, before he went on loan to Lyon, Mr. Palmieri signed a new deal, an extension, so that Chelsea could protect his value. What are you protecting it from? On a level, what are you protecting it from? Lyon refused to pay the 15 million. They didn't want him. Now he's come back. Someone's willing to pay that money. And guess what? No one wants him again. Voila. This is absolutely stupid. Chelsea should somehow, I think, cut the fee. Get 6 million for him, use the remainder of the money to help pay his wages, and almost subsidize that deal. Because at this moment in time, we can't have 4 left backs on books, people. 4. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 billion. How many defenders do we need? How many left backs do we need? We need to get people off the book. Like, the window's closing in 2 weeks. Emerson's still on the books. Alonso's still on the books. Aspi, for God's sake, is still on the books. Movements have to happen. Ross Barkley's still at the club. I don't know what's happening with Chelsea. I'm very frustrated. If I come across as very annoyed, it's because the forward topic, that segment about Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, and Ziyech, Werner, and Lukaku being upset really pissed me off. It really has. So, this was the Kavkas View. I'm sorry I went a little bit of a rant today. I'm annoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, I'm out.